Hey, it says Vail.
Hey.
That's super cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vail.
So thanks for having me today, guys.
Yeah, so for anybody who's new to the chat or anybody tuning in from my stream, tuning in from the normal Vail stuff that's going on, the announcement that's going on, this is the VRCHAT Starwind, and I try to do this at least once a month, try to do it every other week if we can. And what we try to do here is we will pull on different guests. We'll have a chat with them about VR news, anything that could be going on in the VR industry at all, any games we're excited for. And it started as kind of like a Pop One podcast where we talk about the state of the game, the balance of the game. And now it has evolved into a more broad anything going on and whatever is here. My name is Sumachi. I own a competitive team called Vortex VR, a very hyper-competitive VR team spanning across Pop One, Vail, Contractors, and Pavlov. And today with me, we got Tropical, one of the devs for Vail. Tropical, if you want to let anybody knowing from my stream who you are, and thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Sumachi. My name's Tropical. I'm one of the founders of XLab. We make Vail, a first-person shooter. And I am very excited to be here today because I love both of these people. And I take this as a big honor. So thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. And Starwin, if you want to let everybody know in the chat who you are as well, let them know.
Oh, I'm Starwind. I've been streaming VR for like 2 years. Part of Vortex with Sumachi, and pretty much do anything VR related. I help make this set, this map. I do VR
That's
repairs.
so sick.
Kind of just anything VR, I'm on it, you know? So.
Really into the cutting edge technology of things. That's probably one of the initial reasons that I got so invested in VR was just how cool it can all be. And I'm sure we all saw some of the videos when we were a kid, maybe Spy Kids 3D or something. We're like, being inside the game. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
That was a sick
Spy Kids 3D
time for me.
Those are the good.
Really, not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
I never liked the 3D stuff. I always felt like it wasn't that good to me. And then I tried VR. This is the real 3D.
Yeah.
VR is 3D done right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for today, we can start off with Vail since we got Tropical today with us. Vail.
I don't have anything today. I figured we could fill the whole thing with just the interview. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Talking about Vail.
So yeah,
It's whatever you guys want. Like literally whatever you guys want.
Sure. Yeah, so we can start off by just kind of letting anybody know that's coming in from my stream or from Starwin's side of things, his raid. Like what Vail is, it started as shifted VR. I'm not sure if it was something before that.
Yeah. So, I'm curious, Sumachi, how long have we known each other now since I first reached out to you?
Probably like 1.5 years is how long I've been chatting back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. About 1.5 years. So we started off as a music studio. My brother is Oud. He's my older brother. He's been a musician his whole life. He had a really dope music label. And I kind of just helped him out with it. Like he would always he gave me money like every month, let me live with him, and I just worked for him. And I was basically like the studio manager. I would always do like all the touring and a lot of the booking and like the business part of stuff. And I went to business school. So what ended up happening is I did that for a few years, and at one point in 2014. Future Virgo, which is my brother's partner, Elizabeth, she got a DK1 from Oculus, and she downloaded Unreal Engine, and she just started learning it and wanting to make a VR music experience because she's also a musician. She was part of the label, but she always did like really sick visuals and like live performances. Future Virgo kills it. She's actually going to perform. She used to perform at a big music festival here in Miami called 3 Points. She stopped performing because she goes so hard now in the video game, but she's just a badass all around. I love her. So she wanted to make a VR music experience, and I had no idea what VR was, but she showed it to me, and I thought it was really cool. But at the beginning, there was really nothing to do. But 2014 to 2016, Elizabeth did the music, the design in Unreal Engine, making maps and worlds and stuff. And Albert was learning Unreal Engine from the architecture and programming side. He's always been a programmer, but like he really got deep into Unreal. And they built Water Planet, and we launched it on Steam, so you guys actually can see it. Water Planet was our first thing. In 2017, that's when we started working on our second project, which was actually Ood's VR music experience. We were actually going to make it a gamified techno wave shooter. So you were going to listen to his music, and you could do multiplayer and like shoot targets and like get points and things like that. But what he wanted to focus on the most was the gunplay. So from 2017 to like 2019, 20, all he literally did was work on net code and gunplay with like the same model, the same level. I'll never forget it. Like he just did it forever. And then around 2020, that's kind of when we finally got to like a pre-alpha, because a lot of people along the way, when they were trying the guns, everybody just loved the guns. Like the guns were just so damn good. Like he really did a good job with the guns, and we're very proud of it. We don't have many guns, but we like to think that every gun in the game has a personality and a use case. And we actually do have some guns coming finally, but I'll talk about that later if you want to know.
There's a couple of them hidden in the armory too. If you look around.
Yeah, there's a couple hidden. There's a couple hidden in the armory.
Sometimes
and tell me if I'm going on a rant also, guys, because I can go on a rant.
No,
but
you're good. You're good. You're giving like
the
whole story. I never knew y'all made those two games. That's like news to me. So I'm gonna go check them out too.
Yeah, thank you. So
and it all started out like with music games as like a.
Yeah, we're a music studio. If you listen to all the sounds, like we're very proud of our sounds in the game. It's something that really adds to the immersion. You don't realize it until you don't have it.
Yeah,
that was gonna be my next question. Is like, did your influence of music come into Vail? So yeah.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Elizabeth is a musician. Ood's a musician. Half our studio actually are musicians that also like programming and doing 3D modeling and all this shit. Like they're really good.
So do y'all like
I feel like almost everyone's a musician except me.
When you're taking a break?
They all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the least musical guy. I'm the least programming guy or art guy. I'm like that guy that is in the company that does everything but the programming and the art, if you know what I mean. Like I take care of everything else so they can just
do their own thing.
They can just kill it. Yeah, they just got to do their thing. Like they just got to do it, and they do a really good job. And I make sure that everything else is taken care of so they can just kill it, and I'm very proud. So least technical, least music one, but number one gamer. I have the most hours in video games out of both of them.
Nice. Well, what's the game you have the most hours in? Is the question.
You were complaining about the spawns.
That's a good one.
And I was like, God damn it, isn't this your like, it's your game?
No,
because like, yeah, man, I know these spawns are bad.
Yeah, like this is how it works, right? Like Ood and Future Virgo, they have their own departments, right? They have the art department, they have the programming department. They do their shit, I do my shit. I just play the game and take notes, and then once a week we meet up and I tell them this is what the community likes, doesn't like, what you need to focus on, prioritize. And we have that weekly discussion, and that's why I don't know if you realize how many updates we push. Mm-hmm. I'm super proud of the updates.
Oh, yeah, it's been a lot.
Like I've been a gamer my whole life. I've never seen updates like this. It's weird.
I remember,
you know what I mean?
I think it was June or July that I was like, man, we were doing a scrimmer. We had just had a match. I was like, it's way too hard to see the Rayab in the dark corners. Like we should do like character outlines like Valorant has or something. And within a week, you guys had character outlines. I was like, geez.
I felt you guys. I felt you. I was so scared, by the way. I was like pushing really hard. Like, guys, fucking outlines, red and blue. And they kept saying, no, we can't do red and blue. And then we tried other colors and it didn't work. And then I forgot who had the idea, but somebody had the idea to make a slider so you can pick any color you want. And I was like,
just let
fuck
everybody
no.
pick, yeah.
I was like, fuck no. Like, people are going to complain about this, like, enemy highlight color. But I liked it, and everybody liked it. So we did it. No one complained. Not one person complained about the enemy highlight color. Recently, a few people, they said, can it be an option to turn it off? I said, why would you ever want that? It's a disadvantage. They said, for content purposes. And then I said, that makes fucking sense.
Sure.
So we're going to do that.
Yeah. Because if you're making a cool video and you want it to look realistic, you don't want that glow there.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But if you're playing, you want that shit. Like, you want it.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
I see a couple
But
of
yeah,
you guys.
that's how it works, right? So like, sometimes I see stuff in the game and I'm like, what the hell? What is this? This is not good. Or this is amazing. A lot of times I see random stuff and I'm like, this is smarter than I would have thought.
The zip lines on
I
Mar
remember y'all
initially.
implemented FRS really quick too. So like people were
that was
complaining
like a
about
weak
lag.
project.
Yeah, and then boom, FRS was in there, and a lot of studios have not put FRS in like their games.
I know.
And it's not.
You know-
I
you know
put it in
NVIDIA,
games myself,
they-
so I know it's not hard.
They just made an announcement on their website, like top games using their latest tech. We made the list.
Y'all are on there?
I was
Let's
like,
go.
no way. It came out like yesterday or something. I just saw it.
Nice.
It
I was
shocks
really
me
hyped.
how many
NVIDIA
devs
likes
don't
us.
use that to their advantage because it's like really good.
Bro,
you know?
the truth is, being a dev is very hard. Like the amount of work
Oh,
that
yeah.
the artists and the programmers do, they don't have time to game because of how much work they do. So I love the fact that like I'm a gamer and I have the time to game, and then they're all gamers, like they know. So we have a really good connection with the actual community that plays it constantly. And a lot of people said it was like not the right way to push weekly builds because it's not properly tested, and you got to do, every 2 months you got to push a build, have it tested. But then what ends up happening is at the end of the 2 months, people see things, they forget what the code was, they have to look for it, they forgot who worked on it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's 2 months ago. Like people don't fucking remember. Like they're working so hard. So we said we're gonna do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. And every time we see an issue, we can like fix it immediately. But it does come with the downside of having unexpected, sometimes game-breaking bugs because it is an issue. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's worth risking? Like really think about this from like the business standpoint and a community standpoint. You don't want to piss off your community. So every time that you have game-breaking bugs, you might lose your community. But if you do this, then you'll be able to iterate and get better faster. So does it make sense, in your opinion, either every 2 months or every 2 weeks to push a build?
I mean, I think that the 2-week thing is what really attracts me to a game in general. The whole reason that I got invested in Population 1 to begin with was the fact that the game updated every week on Thursday, and they altered the gun numbers a little bit. They added 1 or 2 things, like they changed it a little bit. And the like ever evolving game, from me, coming from someone who plays games quite a lot, I really like that. I like when things change and I have to learn new stuff and I have to adapt. Now, I know if you only play the game a couple times a week and it's constantly changing, you can never really get a good foothold. From someone like me, though, who plays quite a lot, I really appreciate that sort of thing. I love when, things are updating. And it updates a lot initially.
I'm curious.
VR, no. I mean, they're one of the
big games?
It depends on the game.
Console games, PC games?
Yeah, I think it'll depend on the game. I mean, League of Legends, I got into it when it was updating every 2 weeks, and that has slowed down now to every, month or so or 2 for a big update. Apex kind of like restricts their big updates to seasons now. But everything like starts with pretty quick updates, and then I think it slows down over time a little bit to keep that player retention, so people can come back to it and still enjoy what they did before, or maybe something stopped being strong and now it is strong again. So I feel like initially when a game starts kicking off, it's really important to update very frequently, especially from the point of view of
makes sense,
letting people know that the devs are actually working on it. Because Pavlov, as an example, updates once a year, maybe twice a year, and
once a year.
Yeah, it's one of the most frustrating things because it's like we want new stuff.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's about twice a year at most. Well, we'll do a content update, and now they're a little bit more focused on Shack, so they're going to be more focused on like the quest side of things. But yeah, the PC version maybe once a year. So that's been a frustrating thing for Pavlov.
Wow.
Swapped to Pop 1 because of it.
Yeah, Pavlov. I mean, they're in a good position though. They have a lot of content. The UGC, the community. The community makes awesome stuff all the time.
Community maps.
If they didn't have that, then they wouldn't be able. Yeah, they'd be dead, honestly, in my opinion.
Contractors had a quest update that added community content as well, and they just added a mod that lets you play Halo, essentially, which is really cool.
Yeah, I played it. It was fun.
It's pretty good.
So I've seen the Pavlov version of that mod, but I haven't seen the Contractors one because it used to be on PC and it got taken down.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's back up on the Quest version only, or is it on both?
I was playing on Quest, so I don't know.
Contractors, it just came out within the past week, so it should be on PC VR as well. You just got to find the right server.
Huh. I'll have to look.
User-generated content's huge for any game.
We're not gonna do it soon, but next year we'll do it. But like this year, we're not gonna do it.
Well, I feel like Vail is different. I mean, if y'all did user-generated content, it would be amazing. But like Vail, I do feel like sometimes it's more.
So just so you know what we're doing. So we're gonna do user-generated content, but not like anybody can do whatever they want. More like Halo Forge mode. You ever play with that?
Yep. Where people kind of get like a sandbox to mess around with the settings that you put in the game.
Makes sense.
All the assets we have, we'll give them to the community, and then the community can just make whatever they want with any game mode and any like map. So like they can do that. And then eventually we want to have a skin maker, so like people can like draw and like really do really cool stuff and make their own skins.
That'd be really cool. I'm waiting for some VR game that adds some version of like, did you ever play Counter-Strike CSGO surfing or Counter-Strike surfing, the surf maps?
Yes.
I'm waiting for some VR game that adds like a side game like surfing that people can kind of just do as a social mode. Yeah, VRCHAT has it, but it's kind of, VRChat's great and it's like really cool, but everything is VR jank in VRChat, I gotta say.
Yeah, VRChat is the coolest, worst thing ever. It's like you ever had Wanadu City? You know what that is as a kid? You ever heard of that?
What was it called? What was it again?
Wanadu City. I don't know. It was a thing here in Florida.
I think I've heard of it, but I didn't play it.
Basically, it was a place that little kids would go to. Yeah, and there was like every type of business. You could be a coal miner, you could be a gemologist, you could be a police officer, you can be a baker, you could be a nurse, a spaceman, and it was like all fake little props, like you were in a Hollywood set. And that's what, you know what I mean? Like, that's what VRChat feels to me. Like, these are like, look at this. It's a Hollywood prop. It's a prop. You get me? So it's like, you got to role play. No, but it's cool. Like, you can create anything, but nothing works.
Neos is kind of the opposite of that, whereas like you can make things and you could even like grab stuff, put it in your inventory, save it for later. And you can add a bunch of different stuff to avatars.
I've never been in Neos, but I've heard that it's the best one. I heard it's actually the best one, like tech-wise.
Tech-wise, yes, it just has a very steep learning curve. And you can add like a ton of stuff to your avatar, like avatar-specific stuff.
That's so cool.
But like putting stuff in the world's a lot harder. Like you can't do that in VRChat. I could switch to an avatar that I can flip a coin.
Like
you guys would be able to
Unity
see, but
and like make this. You know what I mean? As opposed to like in those games, you can actually build it while you're there.
Yeah.
No way.
So like,
that's huge.
I mean, I feel like
that's a big difference.
At the end of the day, though, there's only so much you can do within the game. You're eventually gonna have to log out, go to Unity, and make something. You know what I mean? Because Unity is kind of limitless. A lot of times when shit's bad in VRChat, it's because whoever made the map did it bad. Like you can't pick up these mics.
That's why this map sucks. That's why, Starwind didn't make the mics, so they suck.
Pick up these mics.
Wait. You could make it that I can pick it up though?
Yeah, he could change it.
It is possible.
He would just need to put in that.
I could fix the chairs, okay? I could fix the chairs.
Yeah.
All right, just
come on, Starwind.
We have full body tracking. I don't need these. I don't need anything else.
You guys are showing off, huh?
This is the thing that I was showing you that was letting me slide around and like sprint crouch, by the way, because I turned it on to play VRChat, so I could sit on chairs accurately. But it's the same thing that was letting me do that previously. It was letting me like, fly around.
I wish more games had full body tracking for no reason. Like just because. Like I don't care that there's not a reason for full body tracking to be in Vail. Just because. But nobody
we're
ever
gonna
does
do it to social modes, by the way.
If y'all did, that'd be insane.
Yo, do you know who?
I've heard so many people.
We share studio with Thrill and Fia, and they're full body tracking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Please, yes, like full body tracking. Yes, full. Even though it's purposeless, it's amazing.
Now you guys made it.
No. There's purpose in social modes. There's purpose. Don't say there's not.
Now you guys made a post.
I mean, the full
today
body tracking sometimes is
or yesterday. It was either last night or this morning. You guys made a post, and you mentioned something about capture the flag. You said, "Do you guys like one flag or two flag? Capture the flag."
Capture the flag.
Capture the flag mode coming to
capture the flag. And I have a question for you guys. You guys know the game pretty well. Do you think it's ready for release?
with like, are you going to add anything like, would you add stuff for a release? Or would you just say as is right now? Or are you going to be like, oh, here's a couple more guns, here's a couple more maps?
Sumachi's saying no.
As is right now.
For a VR game? I think it would be very good for a competitive side of things. People would really want to grind it if there was a tournament going on. Like if you guys constantly ran tournaments or stuff, I think that could be really good for like it would still be okay with a release. I feel like if there wasn't a reason for people to continue to play, like there wasn't a leveling system, or if there wasn't stuff to unlock, or if there wasn't a social mode, it would be it'd be really cool, like proof of concept almost. But I feel like Vail as a whole, if it didn't have a reason for people to keep playing, they'd like boot it up once or twice, like with most VR games, and be like, this is really cool. Now what? It would need a reason for them to like stay in and keep playing. A tournament like this is one of the reasons that I feel like a lot of people are getting like super invested in it right now. So if you guys constantly ran tournaments, I think it would still be able to do it.
We have something to announce after this tournament. Our goal is to always have a tournament happening because it just creates a really strong community, and there's no other like game really trying to do what we're doing, so we feel like we have to do it.
Gotcha. That's really cool. Yeah, if you guys are going to constantly run tournaments and constantly announce stuff like that, I feel like that would be really helpful because it gives people a reason to keep wanting to play the game. I've noticed with like Pop 1, a lot of people as soon as they hit max level, they're just kind of like, okay, now what do I do? And a lot of them, like as soon as they got their like gold jacket, would drop off a little bit.
Is Halo. Think about Halo Infinite.
Contractors.
It did have some stuff.
Contractors.
Like, ultimately,
I would
didn't have enough like
not stop playing Contractors if it had challenges, or if you unlocked the guns, or if you like prestige or anything in Contractors. The issue with Contractors, you boot into the game, it gives you everything, and you're just kind of like you play for like an hour or two and you're like, okay, I'm not working towards anything. I feel like I'm someone that really needs to like work towards something. If I'm not directly just like booting in and like playing with friends or like having a fun mode or something, then I really want to work towards something.
Pop was smart to make Gold PJ so far away too. Cause like for a lot of people, man, that even just the initial launch, like grind from like
5,000 games
for like an average player is so far away.
Yeah, 5,000 games about. So
they're like grinding forever.
That's crazy.
So they gave you a reason to grind. They would give you
how many
unlocks.
hours did you have in when you got it? Like 1,100?
When I hit it, I think it was like 900. It was either 900 or 1,100, somewhere in there. I think it was 900.
That's for like a top tier player playing. Like imagine you're like not that great and you play. It's probably gonna take you.
Well, I actually had this conversation with someone earlier, and I think if you played less, you'd get it faster because you would get like because we played like 30 games a day, right? Which
it's true.
Which you get challenges once a day. So like if you only played like a couple times a day, you'd have less games when you got up there because the challenges would be giving you so much
I never
more.
did the challenges on purpose. I'd be like a weekend and it'd be like, oh, you just took the pod 3 times. Like, oh, okay.
Are there other VR games that you've played a bit? Have you tried out Pop? Have you tried out these other games or some of these other games?
Yeah, I played Pop 1 a lot actually. A lot of my friends like Pop 1, and I think it's a great battle royale. It's the best battle royale in VR. I've tried Zenith.
Do you have any like inspiration per se?
Zenith.
Inspiration on Pop 1?
Games that have just games that have inspired you.
I grew up playing Pokemon. And then I got into Nintendo. And then after Nintendo is when I kind of got into RuneScape like in middle school. RuneScape and Call of Duty.
Yes.
RuneScape and Call of Duty were like RuneScape was hardcore 2-3 years. Like hardcore. I lost friendships. People were hacking each other. And then we started learning that we could buy fake gold, like with like $5 for like a mil.
Like real
and
money.
And then go to the wild. Yeah, like with real money, it was great. That's actually the first time I bought Bitcoin was to buy a fucking RuneScape. Like literally.
Nice. I spent a lot of time on RuneScape as well.
RuneScape, Bitcoin wasn't even close to a thing.
Oh, dude, you know RuneScape is still going hard as fuck right now. It goes so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I know. They rebooted and everything.
Dude, they're killing it. I'm looking at them like, wow, this is like... I'm 27. Dude, it's like a 15-plus-year-old game.
I know. Yeah, it looks
hard.
It looks worse than Roblox, but it's still going hard.
Still going hard. No, I'll tell you. As a kid, I was in the wild, player killing, and like that was just amazing. That was like my favorite thing to do. It was great. But anyways, I got banned for buying gold. I don't know how I got banned. But then I got to World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft.
I got banned.
RuneScape looked like a joke.
I got banned from RuneScape as well.
What?
I stopped playing RuneScape for like a year, and then I logged back into my account, and my thieving level was 99, and I was like top 10 in the world for thieving experience, and I was like,
wow,
I haven't played in like a year. This doesn't make sense. And then I logged in like a week later, and it's like, your account's been banned.
Does chat hear this?
Well, so someone else is using my account.
World of Warcraft?
I didn't personally. I wanted to. And here's how my World of Warcraft experience went.
It was a hardcore addiction, by the way.
I wanted to get into it when they had the discs that they give you in the store, and you get a 14-day free trial. My internet was so bad, it took me 13 and a half days to download the free trial, and you had to create the account before you download it, like before I gave you the download link.
God.
So I got to play the game for like 3 hours, and it's like, okay, your time's over. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not playing WoW. So I never got addicted to it because of it.
No way. That's so crazy. I got mad addicted, by the way. Like that sucked up 3-4 years of my life, like hardcore. I had the best time ever, though. I don't regret it at all.
I gotta make these mics so you can pick them up, man. I feel bad.
It taught me everything.
I'm reaching for my microphones.
There's one thing you learned.
It just looks pretty. Like I want to grab it.
There's one thing you learned today.
But yeah, I played WoW, and then I just stayed playing like.
Movable.
You guys ever play Halo or Call of Duty or Counter-Strike? Like any of those?
All of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of them. Valorant too. You ever play Rainbow Six?
Rainbow
Six was
sucked at Rainbow Six, but there's a new announcement for a VR game that looks like that. That looks like Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I saw Breachers. I met the founders actually at Gamescom. They gave me a sneak peek before it came out, so I felt cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're really cool guys. I have high hopes for their game.
Sneak peek, whatever that's supposed to mean. He's got to see the gameplay.
They just showed me the trailer
before they released it.
What was it they gave you? I didn't hear.
Yeah. What happened?
You said they gave you something at. Like
no, a sneak peek. Like they just showed me the trailer before it launched. I was super hyped.
It does look pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited.
Like Rainbow Six-esque.
Now related.
Yeah, it literally is Rainbow Six in
Quest
VR.
Only though, right?
I think
I think it's PC VR as well.
No.
Yep, it's supposed to be crossplay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Right. I've been disappointed at how much stuff's Quest only, and then y'all have like.
I want PC
Quest right now.
Yeah, Knock needs PC support.
Might be a okay time.
The Nerf game is Quest only. That one was released.
A lot of stuff has been Quest only. So like Vail being PC.
Resident Evil VR. Resident Evil 4 VR was Quest only.
Yeah. So what went into the decision to like not put it on Quest immediately? Because I know y'all are aiming for like Quest 3 maybe, or like whatever the next successor to the Quest is, but there's no planned Quest 2 support. I'm sure that was like a hard decision to make, but like I'm sure you got asked that a lot too.
Yeah, so we had a lot of things in the game that when we were trying to profile it for the Quest 2, we thought that it wasn't capable of running things like physics or deep animations. And we've been optimizing the game like crazy. So we're at a point where we're excited to see what happens this October, because we think October, November, we're going to see a lot of new headsets come out. So we're very excited for that. We're also extremely bullish on PlayStation VR 2 coming out early next year, because that one is very powerful, tethered, of course. So we're going to run some profiling tests.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for PSVR. I think that's going to bring high quality VR gaming. I really think that. It's going to justify big budgets and like AAA, like franchises, like big stuff. So I'm very excited. But we are curious and exploring what the game would look like on a Quest 2 and a Pico 3. But, Pico 4 is coming out this month in Europe. So that's going to be a thing. Quest Pro or Quest Cambria, whatever, should be getting announced next month. That's going to be a thing. I think HTC just announced something.
Will Facebook let you make a meta-only game, though? I don't think they will. Because like they wouldn't let people make a Quest 2. Or maybe I shouldn't say meta-only. A Cambria only game or Quest Pro only game. So like they dropped support for Quest 1.
Quest
probably still gonna
Pop 1 is losing Quest 1 support as well.
Yeah, well, they're allowing anybody that wants, I guess, to drop support for it. But I think before it was a requirement that it had to be on both, right? For a little bit? Or no?
Probably. It was probably a requirement for any companies that were getting invested.
Yeah, it was, and then they changed it.
Because it had different frame rate. I think you had frame rate requirement for Quest 1 was 70, right?
Yep.
I think.
Quest 1,
and it was like 90 on Quest 2 was the frame rate requirement.
I'm not sure. You're getting into extra specifics here that I don't talk to enough people at Meta.
Getting into some
Sorry,
details
I'm out deving everything.
Anybody in chat that is sticking around, thank you guys for checking this out. If you want a key to the game Vail, I'll actually be giving out a couple at the end of stream. So stick around for those. I got a couple to give out to you guys. One of the questions that just popped up in chat that I wanted to address was, is there anything else that might happen for the Invitational that we haven't been told yet? As the players, the viewers, anything. Else? You got announced that it's at the Super Blue in Miami. It's gonna finals in Miami at the Super Blue. We've been told the prize pool. But is there going to be like any update for the game or anything after the group stages that people are going to be excited for leading up to the finals?
Any game updates?
Game updates or
for the event?
Yeah, either one.
All right, so this is our plan. So we've been focused in on the core mechanics for so long, really trying to get it feeling good and right. And we feel like this tournament, the final, is going to be a big milestone for us as a development team, that we officially feel like we really got to a good place, a stable, nice, consistent place for the core game loop, which is the gunplay and like the overall like feel of like the core game modes, right? TDM and Artifact, right? So once that's done, we're currently working with IVRL on making an announcement regarding, future competitive play. And we're thinking about like the best strategy, and we're going to make an announcement. Our goal is to make the announcement on the actual day of the LAN final, because as you said earlier, we do want to create this community in partnership with IVRL. And we're very excited about that. We feel like now that we're working with people like Jake Lucky, he's been introducing us to a lot of, esport orgs that are actually looking at this LAN final. They're all coming, by the way. We have so many esport people, like big names. I don't want to say any because, the way these things work is you invite 10 big guys, 5 come, 5 don't come, but like 10 other ones show up last minute. So we're inviting a lot of people, and the interest is really crazy. We have a lot of companies, hardware manufacturers, Live is another one, and some game studios. They're all setting up booths, so it's like going to be almost like a conference / esport tournament / museum experience / halftime show, like Super Bowl. We got Thrill doing the halftime show. He's a sick ass DJ. Nice. We're talking to some big record label to see if we get a back-to-back with Thrill and another artist. That might happen. Once we close that deal, that'll be really big. We have a bunch of influencers flying in and media flying in just for this event. So I feel like this event is going to be like the showcase and the rebirth of VR esports since COVID came. I mean, really, COVID kind of shut this whole thing down. So I feel like we have such a strong community from so many different angles that we do this right. We're going to announce the next tournament. It's going to be an online one. And our goal is to do online tournaments, like 2 or 3, and then one big LAN final. So if everything goes right, like this will be a really cool thing. And I think there's enough interest from other pancake games. Like a lot of these pancake competitive players, they're bored. They've been doing the same thing for 20 years. They look at VR like, wow, your game actually looks good. It feels good. It's like a real developer that wants VR esports, because when you're an esport player and you're trying to invest, you're investing time into a franchise, into a community, into a brand. You want to know that they're going to make the right decisions to maintain that competitive integrity, maintain the actual ecosystem. It's a lot of work to maintain this ecosystem.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts.
Why other people don't do it. It's a lot. It's really a lot. There's so many people involved that if I wanted to do this, I couldn't do it. It only happened organically. Like all the right people at the right time came together for like the same cause, and I never imagined it getting to like this level, honestly. But anyways, after that, we're also going to announce a roadmap with all the new game modes we're working on, some new guns that we're doing, melee, and some
weapons.
really overall general sick, Yeah, finally, right? It's gonna come out sick. So now we can actually start working on fun features and content. And then next year we're going to showcase our social features.
Nice.
We want to do a lot of really cool social things because it's just fun. Like a lot of people don't understand, and they're always like, "What? You're a VR shooter, but you're trying to do a social hub and virtual homes."
It's like Counter-Strike and
Crazy.
surfing.
No, it's like even more than that, though, right? it's like Call of Duty, Halo, Counter-Strike meets Sims. And Sims is now multiplayer.
You do have hockey you can play already in the armory.
Yeah, like we did that just as a little, just so you know, I did a lot of these things. One, to show the community and get some feedback, and then two, to show potential investors, right? Like you got to test the community. You need to see what they like, what they don't like, and surprisingly, a lot of people like it. Like it's cool, and I have much bigger plans with it, but I can't let scope creep get in the way of these things.
Yeah.
So we need to work together to focus on one thing, and that's the core game loop. Once that feels rock solid, all these other things that we tease and we experiment with, and if people like it, we start shifting resources and priorities to specific things, like one at a time. But you have to get feelers because people's opinions change over time, and you need to stay in touch with that.
Yep. And you did mention Live
I think,
as one of the companies that'll
every
be there.
VR game needs something social like that. A good example is like Echo.
Go away, Winter. We're doing a podcast.
Winter!
Dude, you invited me.
I didn't invite anybody.
You invited me.
Are you on auto join?
I'm not. No, I'm not on auto join. Oh, maybe I am. Oh, I am. Yeah.
I got an invite.
I invited Winter.
You did. Tropical. Dang it, Tropical.
You lying cunt.
Tropical, we're doing a podcast live right now. If you could head out, that'd be awesome. Thanks.
Dude, you invited me.
I didn't. I think I'm on auto. I'm on auto join. You invited yourself. Yeah, I was. Apparently, I thought I turned it off, but I think it went back on.
Fail.
Alright, sorry.
See you.
Bye, Winter.
Bye, Winter.
Everyone subscribe.
Thanks, Winter.
Subscribe. That was funny.
That's right.
I was gonna say Echo
VR,
Arena.
only
You
VR.
know, Echo Arena has fucking the social
Echo
space.
Arena has. I like the
And
social
some people
space.
just sit in there and do that. They don't do the game. They don't play the game. They sit in the social
I'm
space. of
experienced in
Echo.
Echo.
Actually, come here, Winter. Come here.
Yeah. Come on, Winter. Come on, Winter.
Yeah. Talk
Come
about
on, Winter.
social space in Echo. For
Talk about Echo Arena.
Dude,
for a little bit.
honestly, like I have some friends that are genuinely like sitting.
This is Winter.
in the Echo
He
Arena
plays
lobby.
Pop One Comp, and introduce yourself,
Yeah,
Winter.
He plays Echo Comp.
Yeah. Okay. So
introduce yourself.
I'm TTV_Winter. That's my Twitch. I play Comp Pop now. I'm in red qualifiers. I played Comp Echo Arena for about 3 years now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm pretty much a VR
Talk to us
specialist.
about
That's what
Echo
I do.
Arena and Comp. How's that scene, or
Yeah,
where did it start, and
so-
how is it now?
So it started like really big in like ESL days before I was even a thing. It was like there was like massive prize pools, like 80 grand prize pools and stuff. But then it obviously went down. Like when Facebook stopped funding it, it went down. And now we're with VRML, which is like just a normal kind of similar to ARC, where you have your winners, and then you have second place that get a decent amount, but then the rest of them get like fuck all. Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. So we're with VRML right now, and it's like
Pop now.
it's basically like Pop, where the winners get a good couple of hundred, and then the second place get a decent amount, enough to go, oh look, I can do something with this money, and then everyone else is kind of like, oh, there's like 10
Cheeseburgers for
quid.
everyone.
Yeah, cheeseburgers, you know.
Now, we were talking about how Echo has like a social space, and a lot of people just spend a lot of time there, right? Like they don't even
Dude,
play the
I
game.
have so many friends. I have so many friends that literally quite happily will like sleep in the social lobby for Echo Arena. Like they will spend. There's a little bit up the top. There's like a little tunnel you can take up the top of the map, and you can like just chill there. People just come up there, say hi, just have convos with them. Like, why don't we have that in Pop? Like that would be so cool in Pop. If like while you're waiting for a game,
Well,
you just
Vail,
had a little social. I know you get
Vail's gonna
games
get that
in Pop.
social spot. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
This is Tropical.
I think for
just
every
makes
big
sense.
VR.
You know who
game-
Tropical is? This is Tropical.
It
One of
does.
the
It does make sense.
this is one of the devs for Vail.
He's one of
One of the main devs for Vail.
Oh shit! Let me.
So,
So I haven't got you all like shown yet. One sec. I'll
okay.
do avatars.
they're one of the main devs for Vail. We had them join us today, so we could just ask questions about Vail, comp VR in general.
Have you
And
ever played Vail, Winter?
See, I've got a key, but I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet. I've been
Okay,
super
so
busy.
I'm curious. I'm curious. Why haven't you played it? Like, is there a reason? Like,
Okay,
is
so
it the
right now-
picture? I want to really learn.
No,
it,
no,
and be
no.
honest, I don't care.
It's nothing to actually do with the actual game itself. I'm super new to pop. I'm only 8 months into pop. That's how long I've played Population 1 for. So I'm like on the grind for pop right now. Like pop is my thing. I'm on the grind for it. I still play Echo like an hour or two a day, like to keep up with the competitive level, you know. But I'm on the grind for pop. Like I want to be one of the best at pop, and that's kind of my thing. So I'm spending like 3-4 hours, maybe 5 for a day at pop, just getting fucking good, just rolling people in pubs, playing every comp I can. I'm in 3 different pop leagues now, and I play 2 different
Shit,
Echo
nice.
leagues. So,
Yo,
so it
Winter,
is
you're
kind of a time
you're
thing.
so legit. Like, you're my favorite type of person, and you need to do me a favor. You need to just try the game one time.
I
put
listen,
1 hour
I've got it.
into
I've
it.
got the key. I will. I literally will. I
I
want to
will
get into
play with
Val.
you.
I want to
You
get
just
into
have
Val.
to put the key
So
in, you
I've
just have to go to your
heard
computer
so
and start
many.
typing.
I know. I've done it. I've got it downloaded. It's literally downloaded on my PC right. I could go play it right now if I wanted to. I just literally haven't yet. I literally haven't yet.
Winter's gonna leave and go play Vail right now.
Like, my favorite type of person. Like, I
You have-
work my
you have
ass
15
off
minutes.
for you. Like, you are my
Literally,
type of player.
I'm pretty sure the second I start playing the game, I'm gonna want to grind it as well. That's the other reason that
He doesn't want to put time into it because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
focused on pop. That's the thing.
So what would
Exactly,
you need?
exactly.
Having not played the game, what would you want there to expect to grind it?
See, okay,
Yeah,
I would
that's a
want.
good
I would
question.
want.
That's a great
Okay,
question.
so my ideal kind of shooter is some form of cross between Population 1 and Onward, because I feel like Onward is super sweaty, camp corners, hold shit down. I played Onward a little bit, and it didn't feel like my kind of game. But then Pop maybe a bit too Fortnite-y, if that makes sense.
So you want to play Contractors is what I'm hearing.
I've never
play
played Contractors
VR.
before.
There you go.
Apex something.
Winter wants to play Contractors. We've
I don't. So I quite like the idea of a superhero game. What was that one that came out? There was one that came out, but it was a bit of a like a super like it had like you had like unique heroes, and they had their own
Larcenauts.
mechanics and stuff.
Larcenauts?
Larcenauts.
That was a
Larcenauts, yeah, I got
terrible
into Larcenauts for a bit, but it was a bad game. That was the problem. So the way they did it was bad, which yeah, no. So I super got into
It was
Larcenauts.
a good game, I'll
grinded
say
the
it.
fuck out
I
of
was
that.
excited for that game, and I was very
liked-
disappointed.
I had fun.
I wanted
We
to like
saw you in
Larcenauts.
Larcenauts
I
as well.
wanted to like Larcenauts. It just
Yeah,
it was
I was-
unbelievably
I
broken on
liked it the
PC.
surface. I liked it on the surface, but the mechanics, they just didn't feel good.
Yeah, I went back when they added the bow character because the bow character was actually really bows in VR. Add a bow.
She was-
I don't care what your VR game is. Add a bow. Add a bow. Tropical. Add a bow. I will only use the bow.
Funny you say that. We just
Bows
had
for
a meeting.
Population
We
1.
just had a meeting about bows. We had a whole meeting.
Let's
about
go.
bows
Add a bow.
And spoons.
And fishing. Those are the. If you want to make your VR game good. If you want to make your VR game good. Bows and fishing.
How are we adding spoons to Vail?
You've never seen what's it called? I just saw a video recently. It was hilarious.
I was talking to Z-Storm about this. If you want your game to be good, add fishing as well. Fortnite has fishing. Zenith doesn't have fishing.
Yeah, no,
Zenith sucks. Elysia has
Never
fishing.
heard of a
Elysia
video
good.
called The
Dude, same with
Horribly
Zenith. I
Slow
wanted Zenith to be
Murder?
good. I played Zenith so much, but it just didn't.
No, I
You
don't
guys
think
ever
it's.
heard of the horribly slow murder with an inefficient weapon?
You're getting out a spoon as a weapon?
I like the sound of this.
Is that literally gonna
If you've
be?
never seen this video on YouTube, it was a video that I was like 2009. I was like 13, 14 years old, and I watched it a million times. It was the funniest video ever.
I will need to take a look.
You got it.
You need a spoon in
Check it
Vail.
out, chat. Look it up.
We're gonna have to watch this after.
We'll boot
You
it up.
don't know about this?
We'll boot it up in VR chat.
Culture. You don't know culture then. But anyways,
We're all
yes.
uncultured.
To
I
bows
agree. Bows and spoons.
and fishing. And fishing is the other
Those
important
do
one.
feel
Fishing,
so
I don't
natural
know.
in VR.
You should add fishing.
You know.
Or you could bowfish. Right?
That'd be so cool. I should go just shoot the fish, get the tin shield.
Listen, we don't need.
I don't know.
We don't need.
Yeah, I don't know about
fishing,
Vail.
right? We don't
From
need
what I've seen of Vail,
We
fishing
need-
doesn't
Alright.
make
We
sense.
need mounts.
But what is there anything specifically other than Pop 1 like grind, anything stopping you from playing Vail?
Not really, no, to be honest.
It's just-
It is
it's just the
literally
Pop 1
just
grind.
So I work full time. I'm not lucky enough to be able to do streaming full time. I work full time, and then I also do the Pop 1 streaming and the Echo streaming. So time is a struggle for me. Like, and also I believe it or not, I go outside. I have real life friends.
Disgusting.
You
Yeah.
touch grass other than
Disgusting.
This
No,
grass
I'm
animation?
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I touch grass. Okay, so time is a real hard thing for me, and I do like enjoy streaming pop. So it's
Don't touch it. Get away from the grass, Tumachi. Tumachi, get away. They're touching grass right now. They just went out there and touched it. I'm disgusted.
Jesus Christ, absolute animals.
Go wash your hands, for God's sake.
Ugh.
Yo, speaking of hands,
But
I have a
it's-
question. So your hand is that like no, your other hand. Yeah, that hand. So what's on your hand right there? Is that like VR finger tracking inspired? It looks like VR finger tracking, but like from the future.
I've seen that.
I'd be lying to you if I knew what this was.
yeah,
I have no idea. I'd have to ask Future Virgo, Jelly, or
Yeah, whoever modeled it, like I want to know if they had
Shane.
like that's their vision of VR hand tracking. Because if you think about VR
mean, there's
hand
that
tracking,
guy.
Glove,
That's actually
made it.
smart
the
though. This
strings.
is smart.
Dude,
This
they
is
made
smart.
it.
Kinda what it
Did you
looks
seen
like.
that? You can make one if you have a 3D printer. You can make one. The finger tracking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
It looks kind of like that, but it's got like
Yeah.
big. Oh, actually, hold on. I have slides. Hold on, we're gonna. Why is my camera? It's funny we mentioned this. Yeah, these.
Yeah, that's
things.
it. That's literally it.
Look, yeah,
That's
look,
literally the thing.
look at your hand and
Tropical
look at,
died.
look at the wall. Tropical dead.
What am I looking at? Oh shit, that's cool.
See, it's kind of like your gloves a little bit. It's got like the lines coming off it.
All right.
There you go, Winter.
This is me right now. Oh.
That's all we got.
That was very bright.
Other way.
Oh,
other
you
way,
broke it.
no, yep,
There you go.
There you go.
Ah.
It's a left and a right. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of those. Gloves.
The horribly slow murderer with the extremely inefficient weapon. Look it up.
Are you looking
at
this up
it?
right now?
Spoon, yes.
Someone posted it in chat. So
Yes, Spoon. That's content. Anything that you can add to your game that's like easy and can make like funny content to get views probably is like that's like you're like getting advertisement. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It could be like
I
your
agree.
advertisement budget. You know?
I agree.
That's like
guys.
another
My
reason to
cat's
put full
scratching
body
me.
tracking is like content. You know, people are gonna make great.
Dude,
look at
honestly,
Boneworks.
the thing.
People make
So the
so
thing
much
with
good
full body
stuff,
tracking for me
or,
is that I feel like it gives
Blatant
players an
Sorcerer.
advantage.
well,
It gives people an advantage.
Yeah. If your hitbox is, I mean, unless you do like bubble hitboxes.
they only want to add it to the social mode.
yeah, they don't want to add it to the comp.
See,
stuff.
that would make sense.
So,
That would be so cool.
Something that
Yeah,
Tropical mentioned earlier,
Somebody
which
for
I
social.
wanted to bring up when when you were talking about the Super Blue Studio with the finals, you said that Live's going to be there.
Yes.
Now, Live is a company, for anybody that doesn't know, they work a lot with people being able to see their chat in VR, people importing their avatars into the game. If you've seen someone whose avatar is in the game, usually they're using Live to record like their avatar on like Beat Saber is a good example of like someone's avatar being in the game. Vail has good, very cool Live integration where you can kind of put your character in the game as well. And they also have a hybrid mode when you're actually spectating someone where it's third person, you're following them around, and then when they scope in their gun, the camera will go
Yeah,
into
I love
first
that.
person. And that's amazing. I think that sort of stuff is like having that sort of stuff in VR is huge. But Live, again, more moving parts for VR. I'd say it's booting up my stream is the hardest thing because I have to load like 11 programs to just get my avatar working, the VR working, the chat working, blah, 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 blah. So like all of these moving parts, and you had mentioned it with the tournament, everything coming together couldn't happen like on your own. Like it organically like forms in such a way where it all works together. Like people make the stuff that they need for their game. I've seen a lot of really cool VR mods coming out as well.
Yeah.
Someone teased today a Gunfire Reborn VR mod, and I'm really excited about that.
Oh wow,
So
nice.
I think like VR modding is a massive thing. If you could like mod any game to VR, if you could like do this for every game, like VR's gonna blow the fuck up.
there's a lot
straight
that
up.
have been added. So like GTFO, you can play in VR. Risk of Rain 2. There's a lot
You
that
can
are,
play
There's a lot of
there was a new
Yeah,
one.
there's already a lot of games like No Man's Sky is a pretty well played game. It's
Mhm.
in VR. It's not necessarily a mod. It's like
Yeah, it's not a mod.
There's a big
It's kind of a
game that
mod from the
came
developers
that I
themselves,
heard
but
you can mod in
people still play
VR, and
flat.
it was a recent one. It was a recent
Cyberpunk?
one.
maybe.
No, well, yeah, Cyberpunk was one that I know, but it's not. Oh fuck.
Saints Row.
I would really. No, it was like
Saints Row
it was
is
like
so
a
cool.
You can play
fucking-
Saints Row in VR.
like a magic game, like an old time kind of game. It's like a really good. Oh fuck! Do you know what?
Go look it up.
I'm just
Go
like
look
a
it up.
PC noob. Let me. Yeah, I'm literally gonna look at that.
Well, you
But yeah,
got any
but-
more- you got
but
any
the
more
integration, the
Vail
avatar-
Specific questions you want to
Yeah,
ask?
any specific Vail questions?
Or any?
I'm excited for the game modes. Like Mar as a map, I think Mar as a
No, I'm
concept
saying-
for a map is amazing. I love Mar, but I think it's a capture the flag map. I don't think it's an artifact map. But Mar capture the flag sounds amazing to me.
Yeah.
Is Mara the
I feel
volcanic
you.
one?
Yes. With the zip lines.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I agree.
yes.
I agree.
It's definitely like a capture the flag and a domination game mode
Mhm.
with like all the different
I
rooms and
agree.
everything.
Yep.
And it feels so much different than every other map. Like when I'm playing them in rotation and I get to that map, I'm just like, man, this is just totally different experience. I could say the same
It
thing
is,
for
right?
the
I feel
sand
you.
map.
I
It's not
like that
quite
though.
as
I like
bad,
this-
the
I really like that
the
there's
sand map.
variety.
kind of small.
I like that there's
I do too.
variety. Like there's maps where you're like,
But
oh,
I
I
like the
probably
sand
want to use an SMG on this map. Like there's actually maps in Vail that make me do that. If I'm playing Counter-Strike, I'm like, I'm picking up the M4, I'm picking up the AK. But in Vail, it's like, I'm playing on Kitty. I probably want to use an SMG.
This is the thing for me with Larcenauts is that like I was just like, right, I'm just gonna use the same character every single time. Like doing.
How did
the
we
exact
come back
same
to
thing,
Larcenauts?
regardless of what the game mark. No. But, you were talking about like how how you use a different loadout and you use different shit for different maps. Yeah, you did like different game modes. Like Larcenauts, it was just like. I'm just gonna use the same character. I'm just good with this character. It doesn't matter what game mode it is, you know.
I think that's
I
a
think
trait of
a
hero
game
shooters to a point,
making
though.
you. I guess, but I also think like making you have like even if it's just like a pocket main that you use and you feel like you have to use. I feel like that's a good quality for a game to have, rather than like oh it's always the same shit, you know.
Yeah, good variety.
So even with pop, I'm picking up an AWP, I'm picking up an MP5, and I'm picking up a D2.
It's
That's my
great from a
shit.
viewer
I can use
perspective
other
too.
guns.
When I'm casting matches
Exactly.
for Vail and I see everybody with an MK, I'm like, neat. If I see someone with an AK or like an SMG in Vail, like I'll call it out. I'm like, we got a little mix up on Suna. Like everybody usually uses the MK, but these people are mixing it up. Like I really like the variety that people can do.
A bit spicy, you know.
So,
That's funny.
but I really like that sort of variety. Are there any
What's
other Vail
what's the
questions?
status of, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't have anything.
What's the status of pets? I remember there was like
The Vailians.
Pets. The Vailians?
I don't have an actual ETA. We have a team working on it. The thing is, there's like 9,000 of them that we need to do animations for and actually build
Oh my
out.
God. That's gotta get
Just the
automated
3D,
or something.
no, it's not. It's not. Just the 3D modeling is about a full year. Just the 3D
I was
modeling.
gonna say, yeah, that's gotta be a lot. 9,000.
Yeah.
What,
Just the
9,000?
3D modeling is a full year. It's crazy. And then you have to optimize them all, and then you have to do animations and sounds. Like it's a pretty wild project what we're doing. But I'm gonna be so fucking happy when you're in Vail with your fucking pet. And the way we're doing it is everybody will get one of 6 base models. But if you bought the actual NFT, you could have that specific one. So that way everyone can have one, but that's like a special skin 1 of 1 that you own.
That's pretty cool.
We're not
That
gonna
is so
limit that.
cool.
Like
So you have
there's
your
so much
own
work.
unique pet.
It's like Pokemon.
So
You
they
ever play
follow-
Pokemon? You get 1 of 3. You get what I'm saying? Now you get 1 of 6.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
eventually, this is years out, but eventually, I want to do mini games with the pets. Like
Yes.
we have some ideas.
Yes.
But we're far away. But I love
Pokemon battles.
That
The
is like,
fishing is
think
coming.
of that as
The
like-
fishing.
It's a side project.
Pets.
It's a side
Dude, VR
project, but
pets
it's
are
gonna
a
be
massive
dope.
thing.
Mhm.
Like imagine
Yeah,
when
right?
the AI is good
If y'all
enough
did
to
it where it was
convince
like,
you that it's real.
I mean, you can
know?
still have it. You can still have them look. You can still have them be like unique. But I feel like if there was some aspect of like generating like different versions of things, it could help y'all do it a lot easier probably.
Well, we did
Instead
it
of
to
trying to do
make the
9,000
actual like,
Thanks, Snap.
It's gotta be some random
combinations.
generation if it's that many. Oh, okay. I was gonna say 9,000. If they're all unique, that'd be insane. Be like way too many.
No, we
gotta be
made like
combinations of
I think like
generations of
1,000
things.
properties or something. Yeah, we made like 1,000 properties though. That's where we fucked up. We made way too many different types of combinations. Like we overcomplicated
Yeah,
and went
yeah.
wild, and like now we're like building all the pieces.
I mean, to be fair, it'll be in the long run.
That's what
It'll
happened
pay
with No
off.
Man's Sky. They had to
Oh, the long
reduce
run's
their
gonna be nuts. I'm
biome
excited.
possibilities to make more unique biomes. So they actually, because No Man's Sky when it launched, it was endless, and they had to like reduce it to a certain number of galaxies to like keep everything to function. From like to make things not end up looking repetitive.
Is there any what
bad.
thing would make you play Vail instantly? Winter.
Like really, really good character customization. That like any game for me is like a big thing.
You
for
want
me.
cat ears.
Like,
You want
if I
cat
can-
ears. You could just say cat ears.
Yeah, I want to be a little
Hey.
Neko e-girl in Vail.
You're a
You know,
hater,
I
yeah,
don't.
man.
I need my
Skins are
shit.
coming, but you can't be your.
No,
your
no.
avatar.
I mean, like that's.
Or
that's
Liv.
Like,
That's what Liv is for.
future
Echoes
VR.
in every game.
That's what Liv is for.
You can
Yeah.
guys.
actually
Again,
stream your
games.
avatar. That's fair.
I just give me some ears. That's all I need. Give me some cat ears or some
I
wolf
think
ears.
I think having like a camera in a game would be super cool. Like same way you can do in VRCHAT, you just bung a camera there. I think that'd be so cool if I could play Pop and have my camera there, or play Vail for instance, have my camera there, so I can get
So
a
Pop
virtual POV
turns off-
and then a real POV as well.
Pop turns off like some of the streaming for competitive reasons, right? They don't want someone with a third person camera to be able to see around a corner when they're not supposed to. But like there's reasons that the
Yeah,
cameras are
yeah,
disabled,
yes.
but Vail does a really good job with Liv integration with being able to import the avatars.
I love Liv. Liv is my best friend. I
Mhm.
love Liv.
Liv's really cool. Starwind works a lot with Liv as
great
well.
Always
company,
running.
great tech. You have Liv on right now?
Yeah, I always got Live on pretty much. Unless I'm just like if I'm doing anything content related, I got Live on.
Sick.
Actually,
Why do you use Liv? I'm curious.
Live just launched a new beta of like all their software. So it used to be it's on the floor for like your avatar.
Yeah, I
now they have
remember.
it on your wrist.
Oh,
Yeah, they
nice.
just
You like it
launched
more?
that, dude. I haven't tried it. So I was doing like feedback for them, and they just told me like yesterday that it was out. So, but it's
What-
public, so I can talk about it now.
So why do you use Liv all the time?
Because it has like the best chat integration, and it has now they have the widescreen with a smooth cam, so you can actually
Smooth
I like to be able to
camera.
do this with my ears and it not make people nauseous.
Yeah, smooth camera in VR games, massive. That's I am
massive.
100% convinced that is why VRChat and that's why Beat Saber are the most watched VR games, because it is a stationary camera and it is watching whatever happened. As soon as you watch Pop, as soon as you watch Vail has Live integration, which is awesome. But when the shaky head comes into effect, nobody wants to watch that. Even like me going playing VR and I watch that, I'm like that. I don't know. Like I'm getting sick. Like camera stabilization.
I've
can
had
use
so many
Live
people
smooth
come through
cam.
my Echo
Have you
Arena
ever tried
streams.
it?
You can use Live smooth cam.
I've had
When
like
you
for
so many
twist
people
your
come
head,
through
it
my
won't
Echo
twist it
streams
for them.
and be like literally like, I can't even watch this without being
That's
sick.
fair.
It's like,
Echo, you're
you
like-
can like do the flip upside down shit and go completely nuts. Yeah, you're like yeah, I don't know if either of you watched me play Echo before, but it's fucking crazy. Like I'm a very like versatile player. I play upside down a lot. So like, but people watch me. I've had a few people like I meet in VRChat be like, I can't watch the streams because I feel sick watching them. Like straight up, it's like crazy, you know. And I feel Smooth Cam would definitely like just at least help a little towards like the whole, okay, this guy's going out, he's absolutely popping off in a video game, you know, in VR, and his head's like fucking shaking about, you know. It gives it a nice like chill vibe rather than such craziness all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't think I had any more Vail specific questions. Like the guns in the game feel really good to use.
Chat, have any questions?
Chat, do you have anything specific for Vail? Should we get this Vail key giveaway for you guys, for anybody interested?
I will play Val. I will play that Val by the end of this week. I promise. I
There
will
you go.
stream it.
Vail, not
You
Val.
can watch
The end of this week is what, today for you?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
What are you on about? I'm not that far ahead. Calm the fuck down. It's like 5 hours. What are you on about? It's not 3 fucking
Winter doesn't
days.
even exist in UK time zone.
Is Vail coming to Linux?
Eastern time zone.
Yeah, no, I exist
He
in
just
Western
lives-
time zone.
he
What are you
just
on
lives
about?
in-
Yes, Vail will come to Linux, according to the thumbs up. Vail will come to
I
Linux.
work like 9 till
Yes.
5 on Monday, Tuesday.
How many maps are in
And the rest of
rotation?
my week is all
We got Mar,
late
you got
nights.
Kitty, you got Suna, you got Este, and you got Volt.
Are you talking about comp or in general?
I think in general. So in general, there's 5, and then comp is 3, right? Or did I miss one?
I think there's Miru, Vol,
Oh, Miru. I forgot Miru.
Kitty,
Suna
Este,
and Mar.
Mar, Suna. Is that six?
Yeah, so that's 6 total maps and 3 in comp rotation right now. So 6 maps as of right now. And the Armory. And the Armory is basically its own map because of how much there is to do there. Shooting range,
Kind of.
couple hidden gems. You got hockey that you can play there.
Yeah,
Yo, imagine having a TDM
Oh,
in that.
Someone in chat just brought this up, and I think this is huge for any game.
Be toxic.
Twitch integration into your game. Some way for viewers to interact with people playing the game or to like change what might be happening in the game. There was a
like
game,
Twitch drops or something.
not
else?
just drops. So like an actual way for Twitch to influence what's going on. There was a game that happened, I think it was Hyperscape, that came out where Twitch could actually vote on like what crazy, it was a battle royale game, and Twitch could vote on like what event would happen in the battle royale next that like the people inside would have to play on.
Really?
Yeah. But like any sort of Twitch integration.
Beanstalkers had something like that. We never quite tried it.
Yeah, we haven't tested that one out yet.
Z-Storm
played a VR game.
Beanstalker's hard.
Z-Storm played a VR game in which while he was playing, Twitch could like spend their channel points or like use their bits to like spawn extra enemies to try to kill him and stuff like that. But just any sort of Twitch integration
sick.
for Twitch to be able to like affect the game or like feel like they could be more involved.
I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of this, but I'm definitely going to do research and look more into it. I don't think of that as a possibility. That sounds really cool.
There you go.
I mean, like for a Twitch stream, we've already got like channel points and stuff,
if chat could
redeems
like,
and stuff.
Right, but the channel points happen to
take out
like,
your guns,
for example, like
pistol out of nowhere. You know?
throwing stuff at me, like on stream, chat can spend channel points to throw stuff at me. But like having that happen to my avatar so that everybody else in the game could see that too. Or like having something in the game happen could be really cool. That would be Twitch integration.
So I don't even need channel points to do it. Like,
your grenade
to
bullet.
You're not doing
shit
anything.
to you.
though.
Like,
You're not doing
I'm
But like,
privileged.
so like for an example, like while you're playing, so like an example would be like while you're playing Twitch would like 500 bits and they'd like tint your screen red and like give you drunk vision or something, or like it would force you to like drop your gun or like shoot your gun out of your hand or something, so you'd have to use your pistol.
Or
just some crazy.
Honestly, the bane of my fucking existence.
But they're great, right?
The amount of times I'm sitting there with an AWP about to take some kid's head off, and they're like, "Drop your gun." I'm like, "I hate you. I literally hate you." Like,
It's great though. It's content.
Chat redeemed it. And
It is
happened on its
content,
own.
but it is. Oh god.
Right, Winner? Imagine if you were mid-fight and someone redeemed drop your gun, and that's when it
I've had
happened, right?
Or like
I've had that all the time.
mid-fight, Twitch chat redeems blow up your flashbang.
You have to go and do it
Oh,
yourself,
what,
but if it happened automatically, and you're literally shooting your DT and it disappears out of your hand.
Yeah, for me, I have a voice recording of me saying "drop your gun," and then it comes up, and it takes like 10 seconds.
What about like
That'd be so cool if it was
just
like
automatically-
It just lobbed my gun. Oh my
it just like
God.
automatically
That'd be
blows
the
up
coolest
one
thing
of the
ever.
grenades on your arm? Like flashbangs
Yeah,
you?
so it's
Just
like
something crazy.
blow you up.
Chat messing up with you.
That would be honestly that
Be
would be
hilarious.
Like, groundbreaking for
Somebody near you.
VR, especially.
Okay, one of the most fun
For content creators, that's like
One of the most
Top one
fun
things.
tournaments I've ever played in. It was a Rocket League tournament. I got messaged out of the blue. They're like, "Hey, you want to come play in this Rocket League tournament?" And I'm like, "I don't really play Rocket League that often, but sure." And I joined, and there's some like grand champs. There's some like really high ranks. There's some lower ranks. And the way that the tournament was set up, it had integration through this thing called PlayStream. And people would essentially spend their money as donations, which could either, for this instance, it was going to a charity. So we all like signed up under the same charity, and these donations would go to the specific charity, and someone would redeem like $10. The person has to play it for the other team for 30 seconds. And it was just like crazy redeems, like, 20 seconds, like your car has to be upside down. Like if you play upside down, or like you're not allowed to boost,
That would be
or
so
you have to score your next goal as like a turtle goal or whatever. And if you failed it, like the charity like didn't get that money and like they'd get refunded. But if you like scored it, the charity would like get that money. It was like really cool, interesting redeems. So even the people that were like super high rank were like, a lot more people were watching them, but they're getting these like redeems that are like making their game so much harder. It actually made the game a lot more even because when they're playing against lower level teams, it's now a 3 versus 1 or like whatever the case. So it's really cool.
You know, we could do that with Pop. We could do something like a stream like that with Pop, where they have to like specify the kills. You know, like I had someone come through my chat yesterday, and I was like, I remember Galaxy Man was in my lobby, and they were like, if you hit a 360 on Galaxy Man, I'll donate. And I was like, okay, well that's like a challenge, and I could do that now. And like, but imagine like a charity stream where like there was like all the Pop streamers. You get all the Pop streamers, like the big Pop streamers in one lobby, and you say it's charity stream, and the chat can choose how you get the kills.
Yeah.
So we could do
Very
that
cool.
on Pop,
Cool.
and Vail as well, man. We could do it on Vail. Like
Yeah.
you know, make a lobby on Vail. Like get everyone in there, choose how you get the kills and shit.
Yeah.
No, you really mashed it up.
And then
I would love to
for
see this
the
play out,
people
but-
that are more viewed, generally they're going to get the harder challenges because people are going to be like, oh, like this person is really good. Like let's give them a like shoot yourself to half
they're
health
the
before you
better
start the
players.
round or something. So they'll have like a harder challenge, but you know it could be crazy stuff. It'd be cool.
Imagine
Yeah,
if you had
that's a good
chat
one.
detonating C4. Like if you laid a C4 down and then chat could detonate it.
That'd be crazy.
That would be so cool. That would be one of the best mechanics in the game. Like straight up, that would be. So like shit like that. I haven't seen that in a video game. Like I'm not really a big video game person, bar VR. Like if you would take away VR from me, I would be basically just a normal person that doesn't really play video games much.
It's
Played a
crazy
bit
how
of
many people are
Minecraft,
like that too.
done a bit like.
I've met all
Yeah, no, I
so many.
I didn't
Super into
game
VR.
till
Yeah, they're like, I didn't play a VR game, or I have never played video games, and then I like now I'm addicted to Pop One. I'm like, interesting.
So
All right.
When I was like 14, I got given a VR like Google Cardboard basically with a phone in it, and I was addicted to the fucking thing. But then I like until I was like 17, like 16, the Quest didn't come out. Then once the Quest comes out, I was like, oh shit, I can actually get into this. Yeah, and because I'd never been into computers and stuff, I never really like thought about getting a PC, getting a CV1 or like an original Vive or anything. It wasn't an option. Yeah. So once the Quest came, I was like, this is my shit. Like I straight out spent like $1,000 on a PC just the day after I got the Quest. Like it was just revolutionary for me. Like this
Don't be intimidated,
Look at
chat.
this,
For how much he
amazing.
talks, he still sucks. Don't think about it too much.
1v1. This 1v1's gonna happen.
1v1 me and Vail.
Peg.
1v1 me and Vail. Let's go. Come on.
No.
I want that.
Yeah, tropical watch. Come on.
Sumachi is really fucking good, by the way. Sumachi's
have a
like
better chance in
nuts.
Vail.
No, he's good at pop as well. He's good at pop as well.
Yeah, my
Sumachi's good at everything.
my team won the invitational for
No, I'm
Pop,
saying
so we
you
got
would have a
we got
better
the
chance
skins,
than
the
Vail
skins
winning.
everybody hates. The four of us.
I remember one of the first time I played with you. You were talking about how people would kill to kill you in the skin. It was like
It puts a target on your back, man. Puts a target
What
on you.
skin
I was a little
Yes.
teeny
There's a brood
was
skin
like
that is
the
platinum brood.
brood,
There's
yeah.
4 of us in the game that own the skin from the tournament.
That was it.
So there's 4 of us that have it.
This is on my
Oh well,
account.
now so back when it was when the tournament happened, anybody that saw me in it would want to kill me, or it would be a big target. Like find the person in the skin, and kill them. Now it's like I put the skin on, I get in a lobby, and people are like, "Wait, it's supposed to be red. How the hell do you have that one? Is that like unreleased or something?" And I was like, "Oh, it's from a while ago. Like it's been so much time since the tournament happened that people don't even know where it's from. It's crazy."
Mate, can I
That's cool.
can I
That is
quickly
crazy
respond to
having
your
a skin
chat?
that's only 4 people in the game.
I've got your chat on my hand right now, and Galaxy says something I need
Even
to
if it's just
respond
a
to.
different color.
Well, let's figure out if there's anything else.
Probably about
Anything for Vail? Yeah, we're just about to wrap it up. Anything else for Vail in the chat, guys? While we still got Tropical with us, or any other things for the podcast
I'm just
themselves?
happy to be here, guys. I love you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
And nice to meet you, Winter.
This is Winter. This is-
How many complaints you get about
Like,
grenades
I
being
will-
on the wrists and
If you send me Tropical's
We're gonna
Discord,
change
I
it.
will
We're
will
gonna
send
change
him
it.
the link to the pop
So the
the
reason y'all
Vail stream. Sorry.
am I right when I say this? The
And I
reason
will
y'all
do it.
did it is so you could shoot and throw the grenade at the same time.
Yeah, we liked it.
That's
we
what I
we
always
think it
told
made
people.
sense.
I think
Yeah.
it makes
Well,
sense
We
too.
actually,
but I,
we actually think it's good.
Well,
People just want
I
to
think I
hear,
agree,
so
but
we're
people
gonna
do hate it.
you know what I would kill for?
we're gonna let people decide where they want to put their stuff, so that way they don't complain.
You know what I would have killed for? So I first of all, when I was
Is there
watching,
calibration for gun stocks in there already?
not
No,
yet,
Do gun
not
stock
yet.
cal-
Not yet.
So
Is that
what I
planned?
Yeah, that's planned.
So what I would like with the game itself, first of all, grenades on the wrist, massive. I love that. When I remember watching like an interview for Half-Life Alyx, and they were talking about how the reason like you reach behind your shoulder for mags instead of like down is because when you're crouching or like in a fight, like reaching down like gets confusing with the headset and everything. So reaching over your shoulder, like they did a lot of testing to make
Yeah.
sure that everything felt good. And I feel like the grenades on the wrists, that feels like super, super good. What I would like is I would like
The thing
to
is,
be
you
able
can
to.
hold- you can hold the gun. You can hold the gun from the barrel, and grab here to throw.
Mhm.
Like you can grab the gun by the barrel, or you can grab it by the actual trigger and grab right here to throw. You know, it took a while to fine tune it so that you'd grab this instead of the other side of the gun. Like that was an issue, but now it's pretty much fixed, and it feels so smooth for me. Like,
Yeah, it
No,
feels
you-
really smooth. And the grenades, okay. Pavlov, you know, I played a lot of Pavlov guys, and the grenades would sometimes go exactly where I want, and half the time I try to yeet it and it would drop in front of me. And it was the most frustrating. Like getting grenade physics correctly in games is ridiculously hard, and I feel like you guys did a
took
good
a long
job.
time.
You guys did a good job. And you have the
Thank you. Thank
client, or you have server side smokes, which Pavlov doesn't have. Pavlov still has server or client side. So if I smoke off a doorway and try to run past it, it might not be smoked off for the person that's looking at me. So I just die. It's so frustrating. But Vail has
That's
the
terrible.
Valorant smokes. So they got the bubbles that you can't see through. Like they are sure that you can't see through them, which is awesome. I feel like that's perfect
Yeah.
for competitive consistency. And you guys have server side smokes. Like you're very like on top of it in terms of a lot of these changes, and I think it's really cool. I want the ability
we
to, when I'm
care.
holding a
We
gun,
care.
to open my scoreboard without accidentally dropping my mag out, so I can see how many people are alive.
Coming soon.
It's like
Coming soon.
it's like one of the things that I've definitely noticed about Vail, and I haven't even played it. I've noticed how much the devs actually give
I
a
was about
fuck.
to say.
It's like all I've heard. I'm yet to hear. Oh, the devs don't care. And like every game that I've played, I've heard. Oh, the devs are shit. They don't give a shit about the game. You know, they don't care for the player's opinion. But this game, I'm yet to hear someone say the devs don't give a shit. It is actually crazy how positive the feedback has been from everyone that
I'll
I've
tell
heard
you
that played the game.
why. At least half the team plays the game. Like, on a regular
Very
basis.
important. I think I saw a post yesterday that
This is
said
the game that we want.
Dave
Like,
doesn't
we
even play
want this just
Pav.
as much as the community wants this. Like we are the community.
they wanna win their own prizes. Like, you know, we're gonna make a comp team. That 80 grand doesn't sound too bad, man. Like, you know.
I mean, speaking of devs on comp teams, I'm pretty sure Lon Wick is on the contractors dev team, and he's on one of the best contractors teams.
Yeah,
People like to play their games.
He's really cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. But he's a dev that's on a comp team.
Though.
Yeah. People being actually interested in their community and knowing what's strong, knowing
If you don't have at least like one of your devs playing your game, you know there's something wrong. I'm sorry, there's something wrong if one of your devs ain't playing it. It's like, come on,
Half
like
of
if
us
you're
play it,
spending that
like,
much time.
constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. Because that lets them get a feel. Lets them get a feel for the community and what's like how it is to go
Oh,
into
dude,
a
we
pub,
just get in the
how it
game,
is
like
for
we know
everyone
what's
else.
wrong. Like we're just like.
Is
this sucks,
Vail
that sucks,
hiring?
fix that.
Yeah.
It's
Vail
like
is
I told
hiring.
You and that you were like, "Oh, let's
Vail is hiring.
It depends on what.
Yeah, go check out the website. I know they have a lot of listings.
Unreal Engine 4 developers, please. We need UE4 devs or 5, whatever you want to call it.
There you go. All right, let me see if there's any other
Just let my cow. Give me
questions that I missed.
my cow at the door. Go, you
Needed.
little fuck. There you go.
All right, any other questions, chat, or Starwind or Winter for Tropical before we start bringing this down?
I think I mentioned what I wanted to.
Yeah, I think.
Love your game.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you very much.
Oh, you have a map too, right? There's a VRCHAT map.
Is
there.
there?
There's a
Yeah, I
VRChat
remember
map.
seeing that you guys had like a DJ map. It
Did this?
was like a couple weeks ago. I remember a post that you guys were gonna have like a DJ map in VR.
We did a collaboration with a club.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, I forgot the name already.
Cool. I use Unity. Give me less than 2
Terrible
weeks.
of me.
Bet. All right. Oh, Winter. Anything from the Vail dev? Anything for Tropical? We got him.
What? Okay, my main question is when will it be like
appreciate
actually
you, Winter.
publicly released? I
All right, that's a
you
very
doing
good question. I have a question for you, Sumachi. If we add Capture the Flag, Oddball, Free for All, 2 new maps, melee, and some guns, will the game be ready for holiday release?
Give me a progression. Give me some form of, even if it's just basic, like play a game. Just basic, like XP. Here's something.
Leveling.
Something or challenges. Get this many kills with a
I
weapon.
mean, to be fair, the game has been advertised for the
I mean,
comp
it could
scene.
be-
But if it is comp, like I was saying, if you guys are running tournaments constantly, then it's gonna be good.
We want to add progression, but the thing is, it's not a core feature priority. other than psychologically. And when we do it, we want to do it right. We don't want to just put in some, like, we don't put anything in half-ass. Like, to do real progression takes a lot of work. Like, we don't want to put in some jank, like, XP thing that doesn't mean anything. Like, we want it to mean something.
That's fair.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'll give you an example. We're building out a social hub. I'll give you an example, and we have concept images, and I'll share it with the community soon. But for now, I'll explain a picture. You load into Vail. You have a social hub, right? The social hub has an arena master, a clan master, a marketplace, an auction house, right? You can go to the arena master, queue up for ranked matches, get points, get in-game currency. You can then go to the merchant next door that has seasonal, comp gear, like cosmetic, of course, but like really dope shit. And then you're done playing, you're done meeting people. Everybody's like huddled around, like in RuneScape or WoW, like they huddle around these NPCs. You can meet people because there's spatial audio, right? You can have full body tracking in this social hub. You can do duels with people. But wait, there's more. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but like we're gonna make this happen because like this is the game I want to play. This is the game that I feel a lot of people want to play. It's basically Destiny, but instead of being MMO first, FPS second, because that's what Destiny is, right? It's Destiny. FPS first. It's FPS first, MMO second, and because it's VR, the social aspect of VR is like the coolest thing in the world. So we have tech that we're working on to support 150 players. That you can host concerts. Like I'd love to bring in like Kanye West. I love Kanye West, by the way, or Drake or Justin Bieber, or any of these like big artists, and let them perform in VR. Use full body tracking, and do cool events. Like why not, right? I know it's a first person shooter, but community around this, like I feel like we can get it.
How about this? How about this? You don't even have
Fortnite does it.
You don't have to add progression anymore. As like with the way you're saying it, like wait until it's done. But how about this? RuneScape, I know you played a lot of RuneScape. Remember how RuneScape had that weird room where you could go to play Connect 4, chess, and everything? There was ELO. Like there was in-game ELO.
Yeah.
Add that to Vail. There we go. Add chess and Connect 4 ELO.
Just do that.
I used to play
when I was playing Zenith, I was like,
hardcore checkers to get MMO.
Man, when I was playing Zenith, I was like, Zenith, I want something to do. Like, you can cook cool and you can make drinks and whatnot, but I'm not leveling up when I'm doing it. Like, the leveling up that I'm doing doesn't mean anything, actually. I'm not unlocking anything. I'm like, if I go make drinks in the tavern, there's like no point. Like, I'm not helping new players, like, use the drinks or anything because there's no point. I just wanted something that I could work towards in Zenith, and there wasn't that reason for me to stick around after I hit max level and got the gear. So, I mean, I taught people how to fast fly. I got to run around the map and teach them that, but now they removed that. So
I saw your video on that. It was actually really
upset.
fucking useful.
Samaji's really salty.
That was really fucking useful.
Damn it, Zenith.
I mean, I'm salty too, but
That was like one of the coolest things. But
I think like as long as y'all have like a progression system by the time y'all got on PlayStation, because like I feel like Vail
progression,
it's gonna be big either way.
You could add like you unlock the sights. You start with the guns, you unlock the sights after like 50 kills, 25 kills. Something. I want something to unlock.
That makes sense.
Something.
That's
That's what COD has,
that's
right?
Actually very smart.
You unlock the sights by using the gun, and you unlock like the skins. And if you unlock everything, then you get like a gold AK, like something.
I like that.
As long as it was something, like, even just like a rank and titles, that you level up and you get titles.
Yeah.
It says Sumachi Swag Lord.
It's something like
load into the game.
To get people like
kind of get attached to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the verified title and pop, man. Like people simp for that.
Yep.
Like straight up. Like people are like, oh my god, he's verified. Oh my god.
Yeah, this person's verified. I'm like, you guys know that doesn't mean I'm good, right? It just means I play a lot.
Yeah. It just means that I posted about 2 million TikToks. That's it. That's it.
What do you mean get verified
accounts? So like
verified
Population
what,
1 had the system where if you had like a certain amount of views or followers on your social media, they would give you an in-game verified tag.
Any social. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, people would try and like make content about the game to get the tag, but then other people would cheat and like try and buy followers and stuff. So
yeah, you could just buy 1,000 followers on TikTok and get the tag.
But
a
lot of people
not anymore.
content just to try and get the tag.
But now,
Just do it on
Stream
Twitch.
just to get the
Do
Now
Twitch
the
or YouTube.
title,
We need
though.
1,000 subscribers on Twitch or YouTube.
people
That's what
will
you need to do, really.
joining into a game and seeing the verified title, it's huge. Like everybody's like, "Oh crap, there's verified people." But you're like, guys, like it doesn't mean I'm good. It just
like, "Oh
means
my
like
God, we're
content
gonna
create. But they're like, no.
My grand banana
Yeah.
times 3 means
It's like the bright green, like super rare title. They're like, huh, I don't
You
see that
are
very
good,
often.
though, Sumachi.
Thank you. I like to tell people that I'm not, but I like to not let my ego get to me too much.
Now that there's the banana.
You're really
and
fucking good, dude.
master
Thank
rank
you.
and stuff.
I appreciate
To
that.
be fair, from what you're telling me about Vail, yeah, it seems like you are set up very well to dominate this area of the market. You're gonna have your battle royales. You're gonna have
Vail
your
Battle
hero
Royale?
shooters.
Vail Battle Royale.
I would but
That's not what I'm saying. But you're gonna
Industry's
have
not ready.
you're gonna have your generic battle royales that are gonna develop. You're gonna have your hero shooters that are gonna develop. You seem to have your corner of the market or your corner of the VR space very, very secure, and you seem to have a very, very clear vision of where you want it to go, which I think is a really,
Yeah, I
big
just-
thing.
I just want to keep doing. It's so fun, guys. Like I have the best time ever just building stuff all day with my friends and my family. Like we really love
I think
this
that's why
game,
you have so many people
It's a
that
beautiful
are just
thing.
like backing you. Like I think like that's why everyone is
I
like,
appreciate
yes,
you very much.
this is a, this. I kind of think this is the thing. I've as I said, I've yet to hear a bad word about Vail. Like I'm yet to hear
I
a bad.
appreciate you very much.
All this
Very,
shit.
very
There's,
nice of you.
there's literally nothing.
Well, Tropical, is there anything else you'd like to add
Like
to
your passion.
viewers, to anybody watching before we
Um,
call it for today?
I just want to say thank you so much for hosting me tonight, guys, and really appreciate
thanks
you
for
guys.
coming.
You have no
been
idea how
amazing.
much it means to me. So, if you have any questions or
Absolutely.
if you ever want to do something again, please let me know. I'm looking forward to the LAN final. I'm gonna be watching you play Saturday.
We play this Saturday, yep, and we'll see if we move on. Fingers crossed. I like to set my expectations
Bro.
low so I can always be impressed. Don't get cocky.
No
If there's one
pressure.
thing I watched from every Disney movie, it's
pressure.
don't underestimate
I'm
anybody.
rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
like, man, I'm trying to be a good villain here. I'm trying to be a good villain. Yeah,
I'm betting on Sumachi.
right now.
we're going through the Vortex toxic
Sumachi.
villain arc, okay? The Vortex villain arc is coming. Just wait. We've been nice all this time. Villain arc coming. But yeah, thank you for joining us
Betting on
today.
Sumachi's team.
Let's go. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm going to run off to the side really quick if you guys want to chat for another minute. I'm going to run off to the side and do a quick giveaway for a couple of Vail keys for people in chat.
Oh, that's super
Let me
nice.
go get another Vail key. Let's go. I'm in chat.
I'm banning Winter before I run the giveaway.
Winter already has a key.
Actually, we'll do that really quick.
If I actually get one, I'll give it to someone else.
Well, we'll go set that up right now,
I see it in
guys.
the chat. I got it on my hand right now.
Let's see.
'Cause I'm not
All right,
streaming, so
bye,
I'm just doing
everybody.
chat here.
You guys,
Bye.
yeah, we could leave this
Sorry,
the
I
I
chat
know,
here.
they're still here for Sumachi, but like, bye.
Darwin says
I
bye.
hope you
guys.
win, whoever you are.
What team are you on?
I
Vortex.
hope I win as well. Oh, let me redeem my little box of channel points. Wait.
All right, let's do this giveaway.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'll run off to the side here so you guys can chat for a little bit, but I'll take the camera with me. All right,
I just said bye to you, Starwin. It's fine. I've got.
I'll head over here, chat. We'll go check out the nightclub while we do this giveaway. Thanks for joining. Let's set this up. All right, Vail key. We're gonna give out 3. That sound good, guys? 3 Vail keys. 3 Vail keys. Ticket cost 0. Tickets per user 1. Subscriber has, if you're subscribed to the channel, guys, twice the chance.
No.
Really fucking
Yo,
not.
did you see I put Metro in here?
If you're subscribed, you have twice the chance of winning. If,
Yeah, I
if
saw
you're
that.
just
I
here
saw
right
that.
now,
I was like,
guys chasing me?
I went to the tower first, and I was like, they're not here. What the fuck?
I just want to hang
I
out,
checked how many
Sumachi.
people were in the
Oh,
world. I was
no
like,
worries.
why is there
All
no
right.
one in this fucking
giveaways going right now,
I found
guys.
you guys. I was like, oh, hi guys. You know.
Say exclamation mark ticket for your ticket, everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You got your ticket?
I'm gonna
Exclamation mark
finish it,
ticket.
but this is like the start of putting the club in here.
Yeah, yeah. I think the club was the most.
Someone gave you
thing.
332
I
subs.
killed Winter
Yeah.
yeah. today.
That was a while over the course of a long time. It wasn't all at once. But
I
yeah.
was like, wait,
Winter
it was on
Birdies-
PS4.
That's still sick. That's so
Yeah.
sick,
I
Sumachi.
think you're.
Yeah.
I had a PX4 only challenge and I still killed him. Let's go.
Reaction, thanks for the Twitch Prime.
I'll see you soon.
See ya, Tropical. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Later, buddy.
Tropical says bye. Bye. Everybody go check out Vail. It's a cool game. We're running the giveaway now.
Are you guys coming? Well, are you coming until you finished up? But once you finish up as well, are you coming to drink?
Yeah. Is it drink time?
Yeah, I think they're all in drinking night. I think.
If Snep
I'm
gets
trying
it,
to
I
find
write.
it, like-
Snep probably already
Wait,
has
they're in
one.
a great part. Oh, shit,
How many
hold on.
people are in here right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 entries right now. I'm giving out 3 tickets, guys. I mean,
No, I got this, I
your
got
chances.
this.
Okay, Winter
do an
doesn't get
entry.
it.
Your chances are high.
If Winter wins, how about this? How about this, guys? If Winter wins, we ban him. We don't give him a ticket. We just ban him.
Yeah, let's do that.
What if I win?
You can win. That's fine. You can give out a Vail key on your stream.
I got my ticket. It's all good.
That's cool. I didn't enter, but I hope. I
Hey,
win.
chat. I'm in the draw, chat. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Let's go.
I support the ban of TTV Winter. Okay, all right. He is part of the TTV clan, so
Wow. I can't believe you just done this to me.
You know what's clan's better is the VR clan. Way better than the TTV clan.
VR?
TTV just.
Darwin VR.
I would love to just have my name as Winter on fucking.
Remember, guys, exclamation mark ticket
Twitch,
if you
but,
want
you
a
know,
Vail
some
key.
kind of
Exclamation mark
that.
ticket to get a ticket in the giveaway. To get a Vail key.
I'll give it out on one of my streams if I win it. There you go.
We got seven
If I
people.
win, I'll
The
give it away.
ultimate scam.
There's 7. Well, there's 6 people because Winter's in here and we ban him.
Scam the scammer.
So
Oh.
exclamation mark ticket
Sad.
if you want to
hashtag
get a Vail
ban
key.
winner
guys.
whether he wins or not.
I feel like we're just looking for an excuse to ban me now at this point. Yeah, I get that. I get that vibe.
Yeah, we're gonna ban you. We could.
How about this? We're gonna give out 2 ticket, or we're gonna give out 2 keys. The third key, if Winter wins, I'm just gonna post in chat, and whoever redeems it first redeems it. That way, Winter can't win it. Okay. That's what
If
we're
I
doing.
win a key, I will post it in chat as well. There you go. How about that?
I'm not giving it to
I'll
him.
post it in chat before.
You know,
Smash it.
let's mute him right now.
No, yes,
Let's
you
get him out.
don't get to. It's a random redeem. I'm in the ticket, mate. I'm in the ticket. You don't get to choose who gets in, unless it's not random. Unless you want to expose yourself right now and you pick. Or is it random?
It's a lot quieter with. Darwin's not been talking.
What?
So. All right, we got 7 entries. We will wait till the timer gets to 5 minutes, guys, and then we will give out 2.5 keys. Well, maybe 3 keys if
Give me
Winter
my
doesn't
key.
win.
Let's go.
But we
Give
will
me
give
my
out.
key.
It's a great picture. Cool. This will be the thumbnail.
Actually win.
Fucking hella tight chance.
If I win, I'll type it in chat.
Yeah, exclamation mark ticket to get a Vail key, guys.
Chat.
Chat. Exclamation mark ticket.
Chat.
I tried to give away a copy of contractors, and I think like 3 people entered. I was like, man, everybody already has contractors.
Yeah, I was on
That was my
a.
assumption.
So
I had
I
like
should have been
18
there.
viewers.
there was a humble bundle. There was a humble bundle that was like
Concurrent for, like,
last
a
week.
couple
That
hours.
was VTOL
That's what I bought. I was
contractors,
giving out pieces of it.
Dragon Fist. Like there's a lot of
It's still available.
games. Oh, is it available?
They had Resident Evil 2. They give you every
Vail-
Resident Evil game except for 8 for like.
Rek is sitting there
Vail-
with his fucking Steam thing open, ready to type in the key.
Available.
Available.
It's available. But
Available.
oh god, fucking that is the most.
If
That's the worst joke.
if
ever.
Winter wins one of the keys, then
I
I'm
like how-
posting
I
in
like
chat.
how
Yes.
Winter comes in and
Yeah.
he's like, "Fuck all you cunts for inviting me."
Yeah, so I was on Join Me, which means he requested invite, and then it auto sent him an invite. So it's his fault,
Yeah,
actually.
I was wondering how
great-
you
great streamer
Like, I
over
was like,
here
bro, this
on
motherfucker
auto
invited me
invite
within
during the fucking
milliseconds. I was like, what the?
I turned it
fuck?
off. I don't know.
To be fair,
Dude,
you
I'm
were
in
talking-
Who's that furry in the background? That's Starwind.
time for me to show up.
That's that furry in the background is
shows up.
Winter.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Fuck off! I requested for you like maximum 2
The
times.
furry in the background.
Maximum.
Okay, so the furries,
Another
Zero.
5 from
the
News.
furries on the screen from left to right are Starwind, Winter, Sumachi. All furries.
Hold on, I'm not a furry yet.
I mean,
Furries.
chat said
Furry.
it. Chat said it, not me.
Furry. Where's the fur? I have cat ears. That does not make me.
I'm
a
shielding the
furry.
camera just in
Get it
case
right.
Starwind's
I'm-
nude.
I
Okay, he's
did-
not nude. We're good. Winter, no. No. All right, chat, we're doing the redeem.
I'm an echo. No, I can't even get nude in this avatar. Don't even at me.
Ready,
It's
guys?
fine.
We're closing.
I'm an echo. Chat, I'm an echo. I'm not a fucking
Draw a
furry.
winner.
No,
Violet.
Neko's not a furry. Don't at me. Squawk.
Violet.
Squawk, get out of chat. What the fuck? What are you going on about?
Violet got the first victory.
Oh, shit.
Violet,
Let's go.
send me a DM on Twitch, because I had someone DM me on Discord and they like changed their name in the DM on Discord, and I basically got scammed out of a key
When they look in my
at one point.
eyes.
So DM me on Twitch and I will send you your key on Twitch. Make sure to send a message on Twitch.
This is what you've been
PJ.
looking at ERP with, isn't it?
Draw another winner.
It's like he's lying.
Ender, you already had a key.
They don't know we're ERPing right now.
Dang it, Ender.
They can hear us. Shut the fuck up. Shh, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you like that, don't you? I can't. I just turn around and just see Smudge. He's looking at us like, what the fuck is going on in the background here?
Draw another winner.
Sword.
TCV Winter got the win. I'm posting a key in chat.
I want it, chat. I want it. Let's go. Easy done.
You know what? We'll pull another one because Ender won one, and Ender wasn't supposed to win anyways. So
Let's go. We won, boys. We won.
2 out of 3 winners were ineligible.
right?
It's a setup.
I'm just literally that good. I'm literally that good.
I didn't even buy a ticket. I should have bought a ticket.
One key in chat right now. There's a key in
Trying to
chat.
Take winner's ticket.
Go to Steam, redeem that key right now. First one to do it gets it. First one that gets in there gets it. There's the key.
Go on, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Get in there, boys.
Do it
now.
Do it.
And the next winner is VRGen instead of Ender because Ender already had a key. VRGen, send me a message on
VRGen. I know VRGen.
Twitch. Send me a message on Twitch.
Sorry, couldn't help it. It was there, man. It was just there for the take. It was there for the taking.
All right, hashtag
it was
ban
there.
winner.
You. It was there for the taking, man. Don't at me.
Congrats, everybody. VRGen,
W's.
send me a message. Violet, send me a DM on Twitch, and I will send you your keys within the next probably 10 minutes here after I shut off stream. Thank you guys for joining for the podcast today. Thank you for joining for the podcast, guys. I'll try to upload the podcast to the... What's the YouTube for the podcast, Starwind?
I'm gonna start doing backflips, huh?
Starwind,
What?
what's the YouTube for the podcast, or where you been posting the podcast stuff? Where you want that?
Oh, I think it's literally just VRCast and VRCast clips.
There you guys
So
go.
there's 2 channels. There's one for the full thing and there's one for clips.
Violet
So
already had
VRCast
one
and
too, guys.
VRCast
We're
clips.
drawing another key, guys, because Violet already had one too.
You see, chat already respects me for the puns. See, your chat respects me for the puns, Samachi.
Your puns are
They like the
terrible.
puns.
They're
They like the
terrible.
dad jokes. They like the dad
Ellison.
It
jokes.
wasn't even a dad joke.
Ellison, you got a
It
key
was
to
a
Vail.
dad
Dad
joke
jokes.
material.
Send me a message.
It was worse than dad jokes.
You've
They
messaged
liked
me on
it.
Discord before, so I'll know if it's you messaging. So either message me on Discord or message
I'll
me on
message
Twitch,
you later,
Ellison,
Samachi. Don't worry. I'll message you.
and I will.
Samachi.
I'll give you the key.
Winner, look up. Look up, winner.
There you go, Ellison.
Oh damn!
All right, guys.
Stefan,
Thank you for joining today.
Yes, dog.
We'll catch you next time. Make sure also, for anybody interested, my team plays in the Vail group stages on Saturday. So if any of you are interested in watching my team play, we'll be playing Saturday. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Pacific. So, bye-bye. Support us. Spam the emotes in chat.
8 a.m. BST, but he doesn't give a fuck about BST, so clearly he didn't say it.
BST. I mean, it has BS in the name. I don't know how.